somebody dictating to the BSP now, telling you na sayang kita natin, wag mo sabihin yan, wag mo iban yan. Kasi mayayaman na kalaban natin dito, puro mga bilyonaryo. So ang tanong ko po, Deputy Governor, kayo ba ay na yun bumabaliktad? Yung BSP should be also aware of the online lending apps because they are using it, both the legal and illegal, for these online gaming sites. Pag natalo na po kayo, lalabas yung app, meron kayong pwedeng utangan. And it's a shame campaign pa. I can read so many texts here na sabihin mo sa mga kaibigan mo na si ganito ganyan, na hindi siya nagbabayad ng app, bubugbugin namin siya.
Kung you can set an amount and for a certain amount, that can already cover their cost of transportation to go to your office and make sure na sila talaga yun. Hindi na magpa-selfie-selfie, nanalo na nga ng 1 million. Ano ba naman yung bumiyahe sila? Kahit galing pa sila si Apari. Diba? Little things like that. Yung talagang know your customer. Ibig sabihin, seryoso tayo.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. We'd like to just direct our questions to the PAGCOR, Chairman Altenco. On your presentation earlier, binanggit niyo po may mga residual benefits no nandun sa screen. Yung online gambling sa ating ekonomiya. Sinabi niyo po na may sabi doon po ay yung mga convenience stores, yung mga real estate ay dumadami at yung mayaman. Pero taliwas yan po sa mga interviews ko on mall operators, lalong-lalo na sa probinsya. I've spoken to mall operators in the province which have complained of the slow foot traffic and purchasing of goods. Yung mga Gaisano, Ororama, yung maliliit na malls po sa probinsya. Masa po itong mall, hindi po high-end na mall ito. At nung sumagawa po sila ng interviews at kanilang sariling survey, ang sinabi at binanggit po ng tao, wala po kaming pera dahil naubos nga po sa online gambling. Ibig po sabihin ay itong mga maliliit na tindera, itong mga daily wage earners, nawawalan po sila ng disposable income. Dahil nga, pag natalo nga yun, katulad ng binanggit ko kay Kulas, he's a very famous vlogger na every time na may pasahero yung jeepney driver, tataya po siya ng 50 pesos, natatalo. Pagtigil ulit sa isang stop, tataya muli ng 50 pesos, tatatalo. Ang punto po ay, Mr. Chairman, would you agree that if this now becomes wholesale all over the country, where a lot of our disposable income of regular Filipino workers will just be lost to online gambling, it will affect the economy?
Senator Zubiri, tungkol po sa katanungan ninyo, ang PAGCOR po ay walang kakayahang pag-aralan yung nasabi ninyong total economic benefits or negative or positive. Pero kung mamarapatin nyo po siguro mamaya, sa pakikipag-ugnayan namin sa Department of Finance, kasama po sa presentation nila yan para pakita po kung ano ang epekto sa pangkasalukuyan ng online gaming industry sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Pero tapatan ko pong sasabihin sa inyo na sa PAGCOR po ay wala kaming kakayahang pag-aralan yung macroeconomic effects po ng online gaming industry.
Mr. Chairman,
sa pangkasalukuyan.
I'll just take short questions and short answers kasi I'm time limited.
Opo.
Yeah, yung Mr. Chairman, but you would agree, as a regulator, trabaho niyo po yan, regulator po kayo.
Opo.
Parang ERC, di ba? Energy Regulatory Commission. They will make a decision to benefit the consuming public or the public as a whole. So as a regulator of gambling sites and gambling itself, you also need to know the pulse of the people and how it will affect. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Ang ating gobyerno at ating sa Bisaya katauhan ba? Yung taong bayan. Tama po 'yun.
Tama po yun.
Yeah.
Senator
So
Zubiri.
it will go down to that. And I say this because when we had, as mentioned in your presentation, income, trabaho, pero ang katapat po niyan, Mr. Chairman, is social
Social.
ills. Yung marami talaga nalululong at nasisira ang buhay dahil sa pustahan na yan. And we said this before, even when we were fighting Isabong, yung PAGCOR noon, hindi po kayo yung PAGCOR noon. That was the last administration. Yung sinasabi ng PAGCOR noon, huwag iban yan. Dahil nga po, ay malaking kita ng gobyerno sa isabong. Mabibigyan po ng bilyon-bilyon yan. At it was a decision of then President Duterte to finally ban it in the end of his term. But at what cost? The PNP is here, 39 missing sabongeros, presumed dead. And the total number is about 100, if you ask me, all over the Philippines. It's over hundreds of missing sabongeros. Because it's only the 39 that came out and complained, but there are hundreds that are missing still to this day. Yung Pogo naman, sabi niyo po, Chairman, huwag natin i-ban yung Pogo. Naalala ko po yun. Senate President pa ako noon, and you mentioned to me that huwag natin i-ban yan, i-regulate na natin. And we all know what happened. It became a purveyor of spying in the Philippines. Against a neighboring country. It became a magic for, or a magnet rather, for human trafficking. It became a magnet for syndicates from the triads coming to the Philippines, kidnapping and killing individuals. And because of that, we congratulate our president for doing the political will, going against the wishes of these agencies like the DOF and the PAGCOR that recommended not to ban it. He banned it. So, dito naman po sa sa online gambling, sana ganun din po ang palaisipan natin na bukas po tayo sa idea na baka nga ang social ills outweigh the economic benefits of this measure. And I think after all our hearings, we'll be able to come up with a further study on this, Mr. Chairman. As a matter of fact, under your PD 1869, which was again amended by the Republic Act 9487, there are prohibitions on players. For example, government officials, government employees, police, armed forces, and children or people below 21 are not allowed to play in the casinos and gambling operations of PAGCOR. Ito po is nangyayari na po na yun. Mga bata naglalaro. Yung mga government employees naglalaro. There's no more ban. They can play in their offices. They can play in the Senate. They can play in the House. They can play in the DOF. Hindi nila alam, naglalaro pala yung mga empleyado nila. That is already in violation of our laws. Also, we have laws that are strictly implementing the distance. 300 meters from the nearest school. Bawal yung lotto operator. Bawal ang casino. And then 300 meters from a place of worship. Bawal po yan. Would you agree now it is being violated by online gambling sites because it can be played anywhere, including one's home, in the church, or even in schools?
I totally agree with you, Senator Subiri, that this is a possibility that is happening. Now, if I may just interject with your permission, Senator Subiri, ang hindi po sa dinidefensa ko, una po yun lang, balikan ko lang yung statement nyo. Yung hiniling ko po sa inyo nung Senate President kayong wag iban yung Pogo, I was referring to yung nasala na po namin na 42. Yung po kasing 300 may lisensya na inabutan ko, 260 po yung kinancel ko doon dahil puro po criminal activities na yon. Ang pinakikiusap ko lang sana noon ay yung 42 na maayos na yung pagre-regula, yung po sana lang ang maiwan. Pero po yung sa mga involved sa scamming, sa kriminalidad, kidnapping, at sa mga anong criminal activities, yun po ay hindi ko po sinasang-ayon ng matira. Liliwanagin ko lang po yun. Dito po naman sa online gaming, totoo po yung sinasabi ninyo. Pero ang akin naman po ay gusto kong ipaalam sa lahat. Ito pong online gaming ay hindi lang talaga sumisibol at lumalakas dito sa ating bansa. I'm not justifying, pero para lang po sa kalaman ninyo, may mga studies po akong nabasa. Sa pangkasalukuyan po nasa sa 100 billion US dollars na po ang negosyo ng online gaming ngayon sa buong mundo. Tunay na tayo ay nadadamay, pero dahilan po talaga sa advances of technology, doon po tayo nahihirapan. Kaya ako naman, sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa DICT, sa CICC at sa NTC, ay naniniwala pa rin na kung ating hihigpitan at ating talagang mapatutupad pa yung mga naumpisahan na po naming mga regulasyon, baka naman karapat-dapat na ma-save natin yung industriya.
Yes.
Yung po kasi, Senator,
if I may continue my questioning.
Yes,
Yeah.
Senator.
With respect to the chairman.
Maikli ano lang kasi
Last two questions na lang po. This
Okay,
last
go ahead.
question is, net pinapakita ko lang po, nung araw, ang PAGCOR stance was kung tatanggalin natin ang Pogo, maraming mawawalan ng trabaho. As a matter of fact, binabanatan ako sa radyo. May mga media outfits dyan na pro-Pogo, binabanatan ako. Mawawalan daw ng 25,000 jobs. Babagsak daw ang ekonomiya. But since the president banned it last year, hindi naman bumagsak ang ekonomiya. At yung mga nawalan ng trabaho ay nakahanap po ng trabaho. Di ba po? So, yun ang position ko dyan. And my next question, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, will be, so yun lamang po, maybe we can ask further questions on the next round. But on the BSP, we'd like to ask Deputy Governor Tangonan. Yes. To the Deputy Governor, again, we are going to ask again a clarification. Sana naman po ay pinagbabawal nyo na pong e-wallet, paggagamit ng e-wallet dito sa mga online gaming platforms na ito. Kami sa Bukidnon, we are not spared. That the people that we're going to present today and the people who I showed in my video presentation earlier or my a PowerPoint presentation were people from the barrios. This is not Metro Manila. This is not where you have a online gaming site or a betting station. These are in the middle of rural Mindanao and rural Philippines. There is a problem. The problem is the accessibility. And if Bangko Sentral of the Philippines does not move to correct this problem, lalong lalala ang kriminalidad, ang mamamatay dahil sa online gambling. May we get assurance from the BSP, and I wish that the governor was here. But you know, you're the deputy governor in charge for all these e-wallets. Can we get an assurance that that is the direction that we are going to ban e-wallets in these online gambling sites?
Your Honor, we assure that as soon as there is a law or a executive policy banning these operations, we will immediately.
Let me rewind, Mr. Chairman. No, are you saying that now the 48 hours that you're going to that you mentioned na to ban the apps will not happen unless there's a law or an executive policy? Can it not be done by the PSP alone?
No, we put that out because it's pending the final circular po that we will be issuing that puts in the guidelines.
My question is,
So-
do you need a law for that? Can't the BSP itself, motu proprio, act on that?
Because it's a legitimate business, Your Honor. It's legal, it's licensed. Therefore, it's difficult to discriminate provision of a service that is available to all.
Yeah, but you're also aware that the e-wallets are being used by the illegal gambling sites, online gambling sites.
That's,
So what is your plan of action for that?
that's why pending a law or a policy, we will be regulating the use to prevent abuse and to limit the use of it only to eligible consumers, e-wallet companies or BSP supervised institutions, and also the merchants.
So you're trying to tell us today that you're slowing down from the earlier statement when Senator Cayetano was here, Alan Cayetano and the other Senator Erwin Tulfo, Raffy Tulfo, that we are supposed to slow down the use of e-wallets for these online gaming apps. What you're saying now is a sort of like a turnaround from the message given this morning when you said that they're going to take out these apps from the e-wallets. Is somebody dictating to the BSP now, telling you na sayang kita natin, wag mo sabihin yan, wag mo iban yan. Kasi mayayaman na kalaban natin dito. Puro mga bilyonaryo. So ang tanong ko po, Deputy Governor, kayo ba ay ngayon bumabaliktad sa plano ninyo na pagbawalan o hinain paggamit ng e-wallets dito sa mga online gambling platforms na ito?
Your Honor, hindi po. Ang sinasabi po namin na while we are finalizing the circular that will now regulate the use of these websites and these apps, we are suspending it. So until such time that we are able.
Okay, suspending is good enough for me for the meantime while we're trying to come up personally, no? While we're trying to come up with a policy statement. And finally, Mr. President, no? Yung BSP should be also aware of the online lending apps because they are using it, both the legal and illegal, for these online gaming sites. Pag natalo na po kayo, lalabas yung app, meron kayong pwedeng utangan. And it's a shame campaign pa. I can read so many texts here na sabihin mo sa mga kaibigan mo na si ganito ganyan, na hindi siya nagbabayad ng app, bubugbugin namin siya, hanapin namin siya. It's a shame campaign. Is that legal, Mr. Deputy Governor? Are they allowed to do that under so many laws that they're violating, Anti-Cyberbullying Act and all other acts? Are these online lending platforms allowed to do such?
Your Honor, the lending operation.
First of all, my first question, siguro, Your Honor, do you regulate them? Online lending sites and platforms?
No, Your Honor, that's under the SEC's jurisdiction po.
Under the SEC. So, but they charge interest rates. Di ba, it's the BSP, it's so hard to get a loan from the bank. You know, you have to sign documents, this thick, Your Honor, because I'm also a businessman in renewable energy. And to sign a bank loan, it's this thick, all notarized every page. And you have to follow the BSP rates for loans. Ito po, it's as low as 15% per month to a high of 20% per week. 20% interest rate kada semana, kada linggo. Ang ibig po sabihin yan, almost 80% ng hiniram nila in a month. Yan ba po illegal? At dapat ba sana pumasok din ang BSP dyan? Your Honor?
Your Honor, currently, because it's not under our jurisdiction, that's why we cannot take action on those lending companies, Your Honor. But we regulate those credit granting institutions that are under our jurisdiction, such as banks.
Just banks. But alam mo, uso po na yun. I'll let you know. And you can talk to the banks about this because I have also banker friends. People now, especially the masang Pilipino, yung middle class, lower income middle class, and the daily wage earners, hindi na sila pupunta sa bangko. They only get their salary siguro from yung ATMs. But they are now loaning from these lending apps. Mr. Deputy Governor, put that in proper circumspect. I think the BSP should get involved in this because they are loan sharks. We're nothing but loan sharks, parang mafiosi. Pag hindi kayo babayad, bubugbugin kayo namin. At pag hindi pa kayo bumayad, pagkatapos mabugbog, ay papatayin namin kayo. That will lead into an increase in criminality. Mr. BSP, Deputy Governor, I hope you can take that also in consideration. If you need a loan, let us know so that we can help you. And with finality, Mr. President, no, you don't have to answer that now. I know it is not in your jurisdiction, but I'm sure you're nodding in affirmative that we need a policy answer to that. And last, Mr. Chairman, it's not a question. We're just directing the committee to second the request of Senator Marcoleta on the 70 plus registered online gambling platforms. Please submit to the committee, PAGCOR and SEC, the ownership structure and officers of these companies and of all registered online gaming operators. And for the next hearing for the platforms, para at least alam na po nila, maaga pa, we'd like to ask Paymaya, Google Pay, GCash, and all the other e-wallets to give us the number of their users that are involved in online gambling. They have that number because yan po ay in their system. Kung sino pong Juan de la Cruz na nagsusugal dyan, alam po nila yan. We're not asking for the names for the Data Privacy Act. We're just asking for the numbers so we can be sure. Malaman po natin lahat ito. Ilan milyon, daan libo ba o milyon na ba ang nagsusugal gumagamit nitong platforms nila? We need to know that number. So maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sir, we're running out of time. Thank you very much, Senator Mig Subiri. Before I'll turn over the mic to Senator Pia Cayetano, I'm very disappointed when you told us, BSP Vice Governor, na wala po sa inyo control yung mga lending, online lending na ito. So who controls them? SEC? I don't know. Very, very disappointing. Kaya pala siguro ganun na lang kumambastos itong mga online lending institutions. Talaga mga parang walang hiya, papahiyain ka. But anyway, Senator Pia Cayetano, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This should be brief. Chairman Tanco, you mentioned earlier in your statement that your biggest problem is illegal the illegal gambling operators, no? And you even mentioned that
Opo.
they're advertising in airports, correct?
Yes.
I heard you correctly.
Opo.
Okay. So immediately when I heard that, I messaged Secretary Vince Dizon and I told him, that's your problem. And immediately he answered me, he will contact NAIA, San Miguel, and whoever else he has to contact to stop it.
Oh,
So shouldn't be a problem, right?
yes, what I was saying, ma'am, we had also taken action by reporting them. And it has been, what I'm trying to say earlier, is that they are very brazen and nag-advertise sila baski dun sa mga carousel. Yung po ay na-action na
Okay.
nung
so
bago pa po.
action
Yes,
naman.
yes, I'm just saying, ganun po sila katigas.
Okay.
Yun po ang sinasabi ko.
To point out is that hindi naman natin gawa ng paraan yan.
Oh, kami po,
Lahat ng illegal na paraan gagawin talaga eh. So tayo naman, action agad. And you said that you did. So,
na-action na po at
so lahat
yung,
ng support, wala tayong makikita
wala po sa pangkasalukuyan na.
all over the country.
All over the country. Pero dati nga po,
Yes.
ang sinasabi ko
Okay.
lang, how
Gawain.
brazen, yes.
All right, thank
They
you.
are.
So at least actionan po natin.
Yes.
Because I actually proposed na hindi lang yung illegal, pero pati yung legal, gusto ko na rin maban yan. Kasi kung we don't want people to be enticed on the phone, I also don't want them to arrive in our country and then even we're promoting local tourism. Pagdating nila sa airport, online gaming. Pagdating sa kabilang probinsya, online gaming pa rin. Ban na natin lahat. Especially in government properties, I would prefer that we ban everything. So please consider that, everyone who's involved, consider that, and even in private places. And I'll take the opportunity to say that when I mentioned things like let's ban it in public places, I think we have the power to do that easily. But when I add, why don't we include private places? I will invoke the police power. The police power is the ability of the state to enforce our action to protect public safety, public health, public morals. So we can do that because no less than PAGCOR and even BSP has made statements that is the concern, public welfare. So I post this to you if
Yes,
all the agencies involved.
Senator Cayetano, may I just answer? PAGCOR has been in touch and communicating. In fact, we had already signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ad Standards Council. Kung mapapansin niyo po siguro nitong nakarang mga linggo, wala na po kayong, medyo malinis na po ang outdoor advertising na nauukol sa gaming. As of kagabi po, 98% na po, 99% na po ng mga lalaking billboard sa EDSA, sa North Luzon Expressway, South Luzon Expressway ay naibaba na po namin.
Pinaban niyo po
Opo,
yan.
sa pamamagitan po ng police power ng
Thank you.
Ad Standard Council. And then ma'am, isasama na po na pang-anim na industriya ng Ad Standards Council ang gambling advertisements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. That's a good update for all of us.
Yun
to
po
know.
ang latest. Siguro kung kayo mag-iikot mami, makikita nyo medyo malinis-linis na at maliwaliwanag na.
Next week, babiyahe po ako sa norte.
Opo, maliwanag na po ang
norte.
NLEX, SLEX.
Sa south naman, titingnan ko rin. I'll move on to my next question, no?
Yes.
Kasi nagmamadali po tayo. Marami pa tayong mga tatanungin. Know your customer. Sa inyo din po nanggaling yan na Chairman Tenco and then it was also mentioned by Deputy Governor, no? Ano ba yung know your customer policy natin? Kasi as far as I know, it's one click. Are you over age of 21? Check. Are you not a government employee? Check. Ganun lang, di ba? May iba pa ba tayong paraan na siguraduhin na over 21 yon?
Sa ngayon po ay mayroon na pong mga vendors dahil nga bago ang online gaming na nagpapakita na po ng kanilang mga produkto kung saan mas mahigpit na po ang mga eKYC. So sa pangasalukuyan, 21 years old and above, meron kang government ID at matapos nun ay sasagutin mo mga katanungan at pagkatapos nun ay bibigyan ka na ng pagkakataong makapaglaro. Ngayon, may secondary po kami na ginagawa, Senator Cayetano, na hindi po pumapayag ang PAGCOR na mabayaran ang jackpot, ang panalo ninyo kung malalaman namin na kayo ay isang banned personality. Maging ikaw ay empleyado ng gobyerno, ikaw ay nagkaroon ng pakikiusap or doon sa programa po ng PAGCOR na self-exclusion ay hindi kayo makasama. As of July 2025, Senator Cayetano, 129 million pesos na po ang finorfeit ng PAGCOR na winnings ng mga dapat hindi nakapaglaro. So, kung
This include
kasama po na ang bata, pero yun nga po ang sinasabi ko kanina eh. Dito po sa industriya ng online, hindi ko po maintindihan dahil wala pong magulang pang, masama mang sabihin, pero gusto ko ipalamsin, wala pa po kami, sa 3 taong ko po ron, wala pa po kahit minsan ako natanggap na isang reklamo galing sa isang magulang. Yun po ang nakalulungkot. Kaya po ang sinasabi ko lang,
Have you seen any billboards where you say kung may problema ho kayo, meron kayong kamag-anak na lukluk sa gambling, tawagan niyo po kami? Kung wala kayong ganun, hindi talaga kayo ang tatawagan.
Hindi
Ang
po.
tatawagan nila is yung pari nila, yung congressman nila,
Opo.
yung mayor nila, yung doktor nila. I don't think kayo talaga yung
Meron
tatawagan.
pong mga
So,
pamphlet
it doesn't
kaming-
mean that there is no problem.
opo, hindi po sinasabi ko may problema, pero sinasabi ko lang po na doon sa KYC namin, may secondary po
Okay.
kaming
Anyway, in the interest
pinapagtupad.
of time, no?
Yes.
I still want to dissect that some more, but we can go there another time. See, Senator Migs just wanted to also emphasize that how do you prevent the payment through the e-wallets? Nahaharang niyo ba daw yun?
Naharang po, Senator Subiri. Sabi ko nga po as of July 31, 129 or 130 million pesos na po ang binoid namin na mga transaksyon nung mga hindi nararapat maglaro.
Chair, Mr. Chairman, just really quick, paano nila natatanggap? Let's say, for example, nanalo silang jackpot at nanalo po silang 100 million. Saan nila kunin? Pupunta dapat sila sa tanggapan ng DigiPlus, for example, at kukunin nila yung pera? Or i-deposit ulit yan sa e-wallet nila o sa bank account nila? I don't know, I don't play.
Yeah,
so I don't-
then you have an option. Either you claim it or it is credited to your account. So,
how would you know if the person is a 18-year-old or
dahil
19-year-old or 16-year-old?
magpipresenta ko po ulit ng ID with your picture, with your selfie. Yun po ang bagong ginagawa namin. Kaya doon po namin nahuhuli.
Yun yung bago na yun.
Opo.
Kasi dati parang wala.
Hindi po, pinatutupad na po yun. Kaya nga po, ang na-void na namin 130 million pesos itong taong pa lang na ito.
If I may
Go ahead,
continue
Senator
on that point, no? Siguro, kung you can set an amount and for a certain amount, that can already cover their cost of transportation to go to your office and make sure na sila talaga yun. Hindi na magpa-selfie, nanalo na nga ng 1 million. Ano ba naman yung bumiyahe sila? Kahit galing pa sila sa Apari. Diba? Little things like that. Yung talagang know your customer. Ibig sabihin, seryoso tayo. Parang
Right.
PCSO as Senator Zubiri says. Okay, my last 2 points very quickly. Pagkor ulit, no, yung remittance po nyo sa Philippine Sports, well, una yung sa PhilHealth. So, you know, you take pride, and rightly so, I don't say that in jest. You take pride, we take pride when we know that we're doing good. And in the work that you do, ang consolation nyo sa gambling issue na to is nakakapagbigay kasi sa ganitong charity. So sinasabi ko na nga sa inyo, since 2019 to 2025, our records show that PhilHealth never received those funds. So that's where we are. So when you say it, it hurts me. It hurts Senator Joel dahil well, all of us. It hurts all of us, except that these are issues close to our heart. Hindi nga natatanggap ng PhilHealth. So if you're only knowing this now, then please get in touch with whoever you need to get in touch with. Is it your office? Is it in DBM? Where is it? Where are the funds? The funds that we know of, but this is combined, PAGCOR and PCSO, is 98.28 billion. But combined yan with PCSO.
Senator Cayetano,
Yes.
under the Joint Circular 0001 year 2022, meron pong guidelines yung pagkakaloob namin ng allocation namin.
In the interest of time, narimit ba?
Na-remit po namin,
Sa
100%.
PhilHealth?
Hindi po kami, dito po sa guidelines nito, hindi po kami direct lang
O,
sa
so
PhilHealth.
sa
Dapat
DBM.
po ay aming i-remit ang 50% government share sa Bureau of Treasury.
Okay. So,
Ginagawa po
okay.
namin ito buwan.
I believe you. But I want you to know for the record so that the next time you report it, mag-footnote kayo doon. Hindi na ho namin problema kung hindi nire-remit ng Treasury sa PhilHealth, which is mandated by law. Para kami naman, we can also do our job and go after them. I am going to file an intervention in the case for the failure to remit to PhilHealth, and now I will do the same yung sa PAGCOR nyo. Sasama ko na yung PAGCOR doon kasi hindi nga nire-remit. And I move on to my next point, which is sa Philippine Sports Commission, and this is directly related to your job. Sabi natin, yung mga youth natin, nag-online gaming, o sige, kulang ba sila sa activities? Bakit hindi tayo magpatayo ng more sports facilities? When we see our youth playing sports, tuwa tayo, di ba? Pag nakita natin naging gold medal, wow, wala nang nag-away, lahat nakatutok kay Kaloy Yulo dahil nanalo ng 2 gold medal, lahat tayo masaya. Pinupondohan ba natin? According to Chairman Tenco, pinupondohan natin. The record shows 98.28 billion since 2019 to 2025. Nakakarating ba sa Philippine
Philippines.
sports?
Opo.
Hindi. Hindi nakakarating. Hindi nakakarating. I'm telling you all now, hindi. Sana nakapagpatayo tayo ng sports facilities, football field, volleyball court, basketball court, lahat na ng klaseng sports facilities. Hindi nangyayari. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming the system that we have. I need you to know na hindi nakakarating. All your hard work and your team, hindi nakakarating. Sa PhilHealth, hindi nakakarating. Sa Philippine Sports Commission. Yun lang naman yung point ko. And you've also made your point na your job is to give it to Treasury. So, you've done your job. According to you, I believe you, pero hindi nakakarating.
Senator Cayetano, may pagkakaiba po sa Philippine Sports. Buwanan po, ako ang nagre-remit sa Philippine Sports. Hindi po bumababa ng 200 milyong piso kada buwan.
Since your term.
Sa term
So,
ko
sure
po,
kayo.
ako po ay buwanan pagdating po nung Agis hanggang A15.
Okay, that's good news.
Diretso po ang cheque.
Ano na po?
Sa panahon ko po, nung bago pa lang po ako ay 180 million. Ngayon po ay nasa sa 215 to 220 million pesos po kada buwan. Diretso po ang
220 million kada buwan?
pesos po.
220 million kada buwan?
Opo.
O sige. Sir, thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, wala si Senator Joel kasi kaming dalawa, ang pagkaalam namin, wala. So,
Ang huli
thank
ko
you for
pong checking,
clarifying.
ma'am, ang huli pong checking na issue at na-remit kong personal sa Philippine Sports, 228 million. Ito
Anong
po
month?
ay para sa buwan ng Hulyo and June. Ibinigay po sa kanila noong July 17, 2025.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is good information for
So
us to
doon
know.
po ang pagkakaiba. Sa PhilHealth po, ang batas kailangan naming
Sa
padaanin
Treasury.
sa National
Okay.
Treasury. Pero sa Philippine Sports po, diretso po sa Philippine
O,
Sports.
siguro we can
Bukod
just-
po ito sa 100 milyong mga benefisyong ipinagkaloob namin sa mga nanalong atleta, gayon din po sa kanilang coaches and trainers.
Okay.
So yung binanggit ninyo si Kaloy Yulo, diretso ko pong inabot kay Kaloy Yulo
Thank
ang halos 30 milyong piso kasama po ang kanyang trainers at ang kanyang coach.
Okay, very good. That's good to know, pero we will find out how come ang information namin hindi ganun. Buti nandito po kayo sa
We
hearing na
can
to.
furnish you a
All right.
if you do not mind,
Chairman.
Senator Cayetano, can we furnish you also the copies of our
Alright.
checks
Okay.
so you can
Sige,
salamat po.
Chairman, thank you.
Mr. Chair, quick interjection based sa interpellation ni Senator
ahead po.
Pia. Salamat po. Sa inyo lang po, Chair Tenko, sabi niyo po kay Senator Pia na gawa niyong ipababa sa mga online gaming operators yung mga billboards nila. So, ibig pong sabihin at dapat, kaya niyo rin pong patanggalin ang kanilang mga advertisements pa at yung links nila dun sa mga e-wallets.
Opo.
For the record, Mr. Chair.
Opo, Senator Risa, ang nakapagpababa po ay ang Ad Standards Council. Sila po ang merong police power. Sila po ang may karapatan na gawin to. Kaya po, ang nangyari, ang PAGCOR po ay hindi lamang dahilan sa mga hearing na to, pero nung pong mga 7 buwan ang nakakalipas, nag-umpisa na po kami makipag-usap sa kanila at ito na po ang naging resulta ng aming pakikipag-ugnayan sa Ad Standards Council.
Base
Salamat.
po sa Memorandum of Understanding na nabuo nyo sa Ad Standards Council. So, isang path po yon
Yes.
para talagang ma-regulate nyo yung
Opo.
mga e-wallets.
Isa po sa mga
na yan.
ginagawa
Salamat,
namin
Mr.
para
Chair.
mahigpitan ng regulasyon, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Before we go to Senator Marcoleta, just a point of clarification. Kanina po, we presented a video. It's a government, unfortunately, it's a government website redirecting to a gambling site disguised as GCash. For your information, baka pwede po pakisilip pa Secretary Aguta. Ito po ay yung DTI, yung kanilang yung agency is Philippine National Trade Repository or PNTR. Doon po, pag pumunta ka sa kanilang website, i-redirect ka. Ewan ko kung ito ay fake na website, pero pag ginugel mo, dadalhin ka doon sa online na gambling. Salamat po. Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Mr. Chair, yes, we are aware of this problem. It is we resolved this. This is a spoofing site, and marami yung nagsusulputan na gito. And with your permission, Mr. Chair, we would take down and block the site right away.
Thank you very much.